everybody, this is Tom from Small Scale Life, back here in the garden. Welcome to the garden. Let's see, what is the date today? It's like the 19th, and it's time for a garden update. Just got done with another walk. This is day 5 of the 14-day rebooted body challenge, and got my over 2-mile walk in. Fortunately, my knee is bugging me, so tomorrow I'll go into the doctor and get that checked. But back here at the garden, I figured we'd take a quick walk through there, and then I'll create a little podcast about this too. So here we go. Let's take a tour of the garden. Welcome. Thank you again for joining us here at Small Scale Life. Remember, we have a blog and obviously YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We have all those resources available to you to join up and follow us there. I'm probably the most active on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and the blog, of course. So join us there. But yeah, here in my workout shirt. Just got done with the walk. But welcome to the garden, everybody. And again, if you like these videos, hit subscribe. So here we go. Welcome to the garden. Like I said, welcome back to the garden. We'll start back here at the potting table, where we've got some fall crops going. And just to show you what's going on, I've got in this seed tray, I've got some lettuces going. These two did not sprout well with the lettuces, so I'm going to reseed those. I've got some spinach going. Back here I've got a crop of green beans and a good crop of sugar snap peas that had pretty good germination rates, although I do see some cells where we didn't get plants, but overall really good germination. These are, the plan is we'll get the lettuces in the wicking bed that I'm going to build this weekend, and I'll have more on that at smallscalelife.com. And for the rest of these guys, they're going to go into the garden bed, although I might put some of these sugar snap peas in the wicking bed just to test the wicking bed versus the square foot garden. So fall crop is going, hoping to get some. They're growing pretty fast. You know, they're a few inches tall. Sorry about that. So they're growing pretty fast. Got to get them in the ground. We're running out of time. Our first frost here will be right around October 11th, unless we get an early frost. So speaking of frost, I'm hoping that you know, things hurry up here, because I am getting some more production out of these tomato plants. New tomatoes are popping up, and that makes me pretty happy. So the hybrid slicers are getting more tomatoes. There's one down there too. This plant just did not do very well for some reason. Maybe it was crowded out or shaded out, not sure. But the early treat have got another fleet of tomatoes coming. So on all 3 plants. So that makes me very happy. Clusters of tomatoes popping. Really happy about that. So I'm gonna get another crop of tomatoes. I'm really looking to make some salsa here. I have not made any salsa, so I want to get after that. I'm totally planning on going to the farmer's market and getting some tomatoes and all the other ingredients, but need to get that done. Peppers are coming along, getting some good production out of here. So like Julie said, I don't know if you're gonna get any peppers. Ha ha, we did. So the chives have gone to seed. So oops, a little extreme close up there. So I'm gonna try to take some of these before they go all over the place and collect some of that seed. This area of the beds are clear and ready to go, so I will probably get some, not sure what I'm going to put in here yet, maybe the peas or maybe the green beans, but I do have some other sugar snap peas that I direct seeded, and they are growing nicely. So everything is coming along. The rabbits, I found out just from observation that these holes are actually from the squirrels, not from the rabbits. So it's the squirrels eating that and coming into the square foot garden to dig, just like back at St. Louis Park. Go figure, right? So yeah, we'll get some peas out of here. Hopefully we'll get some. If nothing else, we're rejuvenating the soil, rebuilding the soil. Peas and green beans will add nitrogen, natural nitrogen, to the soil. So you know, you'll notice I did put a couple peas right in next to the tomatoes, and hopefully that's gonna do something. Basil. Basil, if you remember, I harvested some basil, and you can see just in a couple weeks how things have kicked off and really grown on these plants. I mean, you can't even hardly tell where I trimmed on these plants because they've sprouted so much. So it's time to make another cutting, right? These plants will produce all season long, so get yourself some basil, harvest it, and I should have been doing that all season. Compost tomatoes are coming. We've got some buds, our first buds. There's been great bee activity in the garden, so I'm expecting something out of those. I'm not sure what kind of variety that's going to be, but we'll find out. I have to laugh because I thought these were cucumber plants. No, they're melons. So, you know, we'll just see what happens. I've got a couple melons. I've got that one. I've got this one. I've got a bee taking a snooze over here, just relaxing. This one kind of split open, so might be getting some of the nectar coming out of there. But yeah, melons, who knew, right? So we've got a lot of buds, and we'll just encourage these babies to grow. Maybe we'll get a melon or two out of there. And then I've got some more bell peppers down here. These are actually green bell peppers in this garden, red bell peppers in that garden. So we'll just help these babies go along. I'll give them a little Epsom salt treatment and help them grow. This guy doesn't have anything. I don't even see any buds on this one. So not sure what's going to happen with this compost melon plant. But it's okay. Those were just extras for fun anyway, just to see that I could grow them. But the real good success story, the cherry tomato plant. These are from seeds from my own plants in St. Louis Park 2 years ago, and they love it. They've really packed on the cherry tomatoes this year. We've got these guys that are ready to be picked, but I've got this whole plant is locked and loaded and ready for more. We'll get some more before the end of the season. Then I've got this cherry tomato that is my experiment. Again, it's in a typical tomato cage. And if I have my druthers, I prefer trellising. But I just wanted to show you the difference between trellising using wire and the tomato cage. I have my favorite. I'm sure you know which one it is. And then I have these two cherry tomato plants here. Not quite as big, but they are rocking along. And we've got a few ripe ones coming. And we'll just encourage them along, give them some more nitrogen and Epsom salts, and keep them growing. So yeah, good stuff is happening here in the garden this week. Got a lot going on, actually. Pretty excited about that. Still laughing about the blind melon. So I do have, like I said, I've got open space in this guy too. Had to laugh because one of the cherry tomatoes, I think one of the squirrels knocked it. But I've got, let's see if I can find it. Screen. Oh, yep. This guy and that guy. Those are volunteer tomato plants. But we're way too late in the season for anything to happen there. So I think I'm gonna put some green beans in this section here and finish out the year with some green beans. And I am playing a little bit. You can't really see it, but I do have some swales. A swale here, a swale here, a swale here, a swale there, and another swale across the back, another swale across here. Just experimenting with water flow a little bit, trying to direct the water. I'm finding with the big flat void. The water just, you know, kind of goes all over. So I'm trying to experiment a little bit with swales, micro swales, and play with that in the square foot garden. So more on that when I plant the green beans and the peas in here. So all right, well that's it. It's Tom from Small Scale Life. You know, we're always here. Continue to follow us and interact with us. Again, we've got the Facebook group where you can post your own story, and feel free to leave comments here on YouTube and on the blog. We do have that nice shiny contact form on the blog. It goes direct to me, and we'll answer any questions you might have. So, thanks for tuning in. If you like these videos, hit subscribe, hit the notification button, and we'll see you soon. So, thanks for tuning in to Small Scale Life. This is Tom. Continue to learn, do, and grow. See you next time.